All right, here we are, mid week 3 of the Fluval Flex 32.5 gallon marine tank setup. As you can see, it appears that what I would consider the diatoms, being that it's a brand new tank, 3 weeks old. It's not going to be dinos. It's pretty 99% diatoms. So it looks like the growth is over or pretty close to ending at this point. They're going to start dying off here pretty quick. It's not as dark colored as it was a week ago. There seems to be spots where it's disappearing. I'm thinking maybe with the water flow in the corner there. So a couple other things. I was running lights real low all day until this started to disappear, so it seems to have helped. And probably the beginning of next week, which will be this weekend coming up, we'll probably get a snail that eats the diatoms, and we'll see what happens. So the fish is doing good. He's eating. Hasn't been too active, but he seems to be doing okay. It prefers the lighter flow, of course. So one of the things I had to do for right now is I had to raise up my water line. So here's my water line. Here's the bottom of the honeycomb that goes around the tank. And I had it about halfway. So we're getting ready to put my power filter in, my protein skimmer, and ran into a few snags, so I've got to make an adjustment there. I'm going to put the skimmer there. I took out my floss filter from week 1, and we'll show you some pictures of that. So getting ready to put my protein skimmer in the middle compartment. As you can see, I moved the floss over to the first compartment, and now that my ammonia level is starting to come up and may have peaked or will peak, I dropped only the biofilter media bag. Tied a little string onto it so I can pull it up, because these compartments are only so big. So drop a bag in, and I can pull it out whenever I want to. I left the filter floss up pretty much at the top of the water flow because the vent is right there. And then, I don't know if you can see it, maybe you can in the compartment. The compartment only goes so far down. The only one that has a deep compartment is this middle. And then, of course, I put my new submersible water heater on that side, and we'll probably come in with some more filtration or some media. If I need to do a phosphorus sponge, I can put that in that side. So with the, and of course, this is my cord for my thermometer, my digital thermometer, that you can see right there. We're running, it's a preset 78, so we're running real good there. The other thing I did was we did this. Okay, so for temporary hood holder, I haven't decided if I'm going to go ahead and get the ones that they make to hold the hood open where you can work on it, but I just use a simple little shim, simple little wooden shim. Okay, I put the fat part on the bottom of the glass, and I put the thin part up on the tank cover. And it works really good temporary until you decide what you want to do. So let me go show you that. Check that out, see? You get a little bit of drip on the water, but that's okay. So I don't know if you'd be able to tell me to try to do a side shot. The other thing I did was I moved the light bar up to the front of the tank on the hood. There's a couple of, see those? you can move the light front to back, and when they send it to you, they have it more lined up in the back, like almost, well, it's in the middle, but when you put the lid down, it's kind of like in the middle to the back. So I moved it up to the front. So now it's more like to the middle of the front of the tank. You can get a good view here, and that's up. So it's like still in the middle. So I'm getting some good water flow on the top. Well, this guy's doing good. He's hanging in there, you know. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's you know, getting that ammonia going for me. And so that's where we are, midweek, week 3. We got a lot of diatoms, but that's okay because that was the only thing living in this tank. So we'll do another update. We'll do our water checks. I'll give you one thing I want to say. The reason why I put the biomedia in there, and it tells you in the package that it also removes the ammonia and the nitrite. And you don't want to put it in too soon because you got to let that ammonia build up to start that nitrifying cycle of the bacteria eating and changing into something else. So you finish off your cycle. So we're still looking good. I picked up some rock at the beach today. I'm going to do a little video on that. And then the last thing, I don't know if I did on the last one, I moved my light to a separate switch so I can go ahead and, like when it's feeding time, flip the switch, shuts everything off, and actually the fish really loves it. But as you can see, I haven't even bothered cleaning the tank yet. We're not even close to a water change time. I might do it a little scrub just to clean the front, but you really shouldn't mess with it. Just let it do its thing. Have some patience. Week 3, let it do its natural course. So one thing I did want to note about cycling the tank and having one fish in there, normally when I have the power head and the filters, the pump running, he tends to stay up on the top of the water. I think probably because he's so small that there's too much heavy current. So at some point I may change the position of the power head. It is an 800 gallon per hour, which now that I'm going through it, I think it was too much. I should have went with the half size. So I've been doing this last couple of days is just shutting everything off for an hour in the morning, shutting everything off for an hour at night. Just kind of let him enjoy the free swim. so he doesn't have to feel like he's fighting or the appearance of it fighting. So he seems more comfortable. He's eating more. So all things are good so far. More patience is needed. We might get a snail to handle some of this diatom issue. And then we'll start on a week 4 video.